is another case, I think, where just sort of looking at practical application and understanding the whole sentence, it makes more sense than trying to read their grammar explanation and put it in such abstract terms. So if you look at their examples, 私は昨日宿題をしませんでした versus 私はまだ宿題をしていません. So the first example, 昨日宿題をしませんでした. I didn't do the homework yesterday, right? It's not saying anything about whether you did it yet, right? It's just saying that you did not do it yesterday. Maybe you did it last Saturday. Maybe you did it this morning. It's not saying anything about either of those. It's just saying that you did not do it yesterday. Make sense?
Yeah.
The other one, to contrast with that, 私はまだ宿題をしていません. It's saying I have not done it yet. So whether it was due today or whether it's not due till next week, we don't know, but we know that up until when the person is speaking, they have not yet done that homework. Okay? Does that make sense? So the contrast there is between whether you're just saying that you did not do it during a particular time period, like on a particular day, or whether you have not done it yet up to this present moment.
Currently. So it's
Right.
していません.
Right, so the していません is, have not done it, right? And the まだ is the yet part of that. まだしていません. I have not done it yet. Okay? It's not clarifying whether or not you plan to do it at some point. It's just saying that up until this point you have not done it yet. Okay? So you can apply that to all different kinds of things. So like they're asking you questions like, もう切符を買いましたか? Did you buy the tickets already? You could translate もう as being similar to already. So did you already buy the tickets? もう切符を買いましたか? And if you're saying, no, I didn't buy them yet, いえ、まだ買っていません. Right? Does that make sense? Would it be useful as a class to kind of run through that exercise together out loud?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. So let's start with their example one. Okay. And
Which one?
The homework 6A, right?
222ページですね。
222.
はい。222。222。はい。下の方。6の A。まだ食べていません。That section. Everybody with us? So, question. もう昼ご飯を食べましたか? いいえ、まだ食べていません. Does everybody understand the structure and the meaning of both the question and the answer?
Yes.
Okay, so let's practice this then. Let's have one person ask the question and the next person answer it, and then that person ask the next question and the next person answer it.
So,
Okay, so each of you will be reading a question, and then the person next to you will answer that question before reading the following question.
Okay. So you use the mata and the deimasen.
Teimasen, yeah, yeah. Okay, so if I ask, well, why don't we start with you, Johnny, since you were the one who asked. So I'm going to read the first question, and I want you to answer it. Okay, and then you're going to ask, we'll go around this way. We'll go to Amanda next. So we'll ask her the question.
okay, so we're going counterclockwise.
Yeah, just to change it up.
And does it use stem? I'm sorry.
Teimasen uses the te form.
Okay, telephone? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's the te right there.
Yeah, it's teimasen. Okay? Okay, so, もう切符を買いましたか? And you're going to say,
いえ、まだ書いていません。買う。
So, what's the te form? まだ買っていません. まだ買っていません.
まだ買っていません.
Okay, before we try to do the full question, should we review our te forms real quick?
Yes.
It sounds
Yeah.
like it. Okay, so 食べる、
食べて、
買う、
買って、
買って
する、
して、
して、書く、
書い
書い
て
て、
書いて、はい。飲む、
飲んで、
飲んで、食べる、
食べて
覚える、
覚えて
覚えて。Okay, those are all the ones that are used in this example exercise. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so もう買いましたか？いえ、まだ買っていません。Good? Okay, じゃあ2番のアマンダさんに聞いてください。
Okay. もう宿題をしましたか？
いいえ、まだしていません。
はい、いいですね。じゃあ3番お願いします。
もう作文
はい。
もう作文を書きましたか？
いえ、かけて、
書く changes to 書いて、はい。まだ
まだでいません。
はい、まだ書いていません。いいですね。じゃあ4番を堀さんに聞いて。
もう薬を飲みましたか？
いいえ、まだ飲んでいません。
はい、いいですね。じゃあ5番、ジョナサンさんに。
もう晩ご飯を食べましたか？
いえ、まだ食べていません。
はい、いいですね。じゃあ6番、クリスさんに聞いて。
もう新しい単語を
単語
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 Like saying tongue.
単語 It's not 単語 it's 単語
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 Okay. おべ
覚え
おべおThis one 覚えましたか？
はい、いいですね。
いいえ、まだ覚え
覚え
て
はい、覚えて
いません。
はい、まだ覚えていません。いいですね。じゃあ、should we run through it again so everybody else gets a chance?
I take
Would it be helpful to
Yes. はい
good idea?
Yes.
Okay, じゃあ、1番を
もう器具を買いましたか？
So I just answer however I want, right? Yes, no.
It has to be no to do this
Let's follow
exercise.
that.
Just follow the pattern example. Yeah. So it's ie,
Okay.
and then mada.
Mada being the subject of usage.
Mada meaning not yet.
Okay.
Okay. Mada, and then the verb in the teimas form.
So, kaite?
No. Kaimas comes from kau,
Oh,
so
katte.
katte.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, mada katte.
買っていません。はい、いいですね。じゃあ、2番のセスに聞いて。
So, もう宿題をしましたか？
いいえ、していません。
はい、for
まだしていません。
はい、まだしていません。There's a difference between していません or まだしていません。
Really, what's the difference?
Without the mada, it sounds like I'm not doing it right now.
Okay.
いえ、していません is like, no, I'm not doing it.
Rude.
Yeah, it does sound kind of rude, yeah. まだしていません is I haven't done it yet. Yeah, okay. じゃあ、3番、篠さんに聞いて。
もう作文を書きましたか？
いいえ、まだ書いていません。
まだ
書いていません。
はい、書いてません。はい。Those are hard to remember on the fly, aren't they? Okay.
Yes, they are.
じゃあ、もう一度。じゃあ、4番のジョンソンさんに聞いて。
もう薬を飲みましたか？
いえ、まだ飲み、
まだ
まだのて
飲む。
飲む
So 飲む
飲む
changes to
飲んで
はい飲んで。
まだいえ、まだ飲んでいません。
はいいいですね。じゃあ5番お願いします。
Oh, right. More. Wait, that's ban, right?
はい。
もう晩ご飯を食べましたか？
いいえ、まだ食べていません。
はい。じゃあ6番お願いします。
あーもう新しい単語を覚えましたか？
いえ、まだ覚えていません。
はい、いいですね。Do you guys feel like we should keep going? Get another round in, or do you feel like we've smoothed it out enough?
Can we do maybe the workbook one?
Okay,
It's the
yeah,
same
so
thing.
it's the same thing, but
Different questions,
sentences.
so we don't have the pattern.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, what page was it on the workbook?
87.
Do you remember?
87 through 88, and again on 142.
Okay, oh, and some people need their books back.
That one's mine. Oh, sorry, the next one's mine. Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, I can.
anybody else? I'm not sure whose this one is. Still not sure whose this one is. Right, do you want to look at it, or do you want to look home? Okay, so, ask,
Say,
142.
questions asked,
87.
I'll read on the page below, answer the questions using more, mada,
87.
はい、
Page.
87 ページですね。
Page 87 had the yes or no option.
Okay, and actually, there's not that much in here that's in Japanese that was given to you. It's,
Yep.
but you may have done them, hopefully, so,
Yeah.
yeah, 'cause, I mean, mine's blank, but,
Mine's in my notebook.
okay. いりますか? Or do you want to just do it from there? That's probably good practice if you can do it from there.
I need my notes. Do you want my notes and I'll do that because I would like to practice?
Oh, sure.
いいですね. Okay, so, okay, it's Blake's turn to ask the question, right? Okay, so, so you, let's see, well, eat lunch is the same as the one that we just did, isn't it?
Right.
One. Okay, so memorize new kanji. Who knows how to ask that?
Oh. I forgot the kanji
So
for
you
kanji.
don't have it written down there, so,
That's it?
okay.
I want to
Okay, you
try.
wanna,
I have a question.
okay, question first? Okay.
I forgot how to write the kanji for kanji. Do
I
you?
don't know if we've done it.
We haven't
gone
gotten
over
to it yet.
Yeah, we haven't
No.
done it yet.
Oh, really?
I'll try.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, the kanji for kanji is actually a little bit complicated, so not
I think I remember it was like 3 characters.
John,
No, it's too hard.
What?
right there.
Okay,
Okay.
Oh.
もう漢字を覚えましたか？
okay, so, もう漢字を覚えましたか is have you memorized the kanji yet? How would you say the new kanji?
新しい漢字を
はいはい。
覚えましたか?
Okay, so go ahead and put that sentence together to ask Cody. もう
Done.
Ready? Okay, so asking, did you memorize the new kanji yet?
もう新しい漢字を覚えましたか？
And you're answering no because that's what we're practicing right now.
いいえ、まだ覚えていません。
はい、いいですね。じゃあ次、clean your room. Have you cleaned your room yet? How would you put that together first of all?
もう部屋を掃除 したか？まだ掃除しんでいます。
Start with,
あ、まだ。あ、いい
so
え。
with iye,
I'm sorry.
and then, that's okay.
いいえ、まだ掃除しんでいます。しています。
していません。はい、いいですね。死んでいません is haven't died yet.
I haven't died yet!
まだしていません。Okay? いえ、まだしていません。掃除をしていません。はい。じゃあ、3番、talk with the new teacher. How would you ask that one?
新しい
Well, no, let Jonathan ask you.
もう新しい
Okay.
先生と話しましたか？
Okay, what do you put in for the already?
も
Right, も
う新しい先生と
う、と、yeah.
話し
話しましたか? You had it right, you just left out the more.
Oh, sorry.
So, もう新しい先生と話しましたか?
Can you put a O instead of to? Sensei O.
を話し、no, because then you're talking the teacher instead
Okay.
of talking to the
It's
teacher.
talking-
Okay.
Yeah, talking to or with someone
correct
is
it?
going to be with to.
Sure. Thank you.
with the irony being that it's tall and that's two. I don't know.
Yeah, that is interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
And you couldn't use the EU
Oh, didn't you?
instead of hanasu.
No, because
Okay.
you is to say
To say.
rather than to talk.
Okay.
Is,
Yeah, there's that fine difference between them.
Okay.
is the to there because it's you and the teacher?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, with the teacher. Okay,
Not that person.
so 新しい先生、もう新しい先生と話しましたか? And you're going to answer no.
いえ、まだ話していません。
はい、いいですね。じゃあ次、to do the homework. Here, Chris, you're asking.
Oh, sorry.
うん
もう勉強しましたか？
もう that's to study, but the question was to do homework.
もう宿題をしています。
Are we using the teimas in the question or only in the answer?
Only the answer.
Right. So what form are we using in the question?
Present. Is it
Yeah.
possible? Okay. Oh, I just can't explain what it is. It's probably too
You want to start over?
Not really.
もう
しません。or しましたか？
There you go. もう宿題をしましたか? That's okay. もう宿題をしましたか?
Oh,
And then you're going to answer no. So,
I don't know, I can say yes. It says
but well, it says yes in that example, but I wanted us to practice the no's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
So, yeah, まだしません。していません。
はい、まだしていません。いいですね。Okay, now that we've run through all the questions they've given us, can you come up with your own question to ask? Seth? If you can think of one in English and you need help translating it, we'll help you. So for example, have you eaten dinner yet? Or have you gone home yet? Or have you been to this class yet? Or
Feel free to make it as rude as possible.
No, I can't, I don't know. What's the verb for to walk?
walk?
To go for a walk.
To go for a walk, 散歩する? That one?
Hi. So, anatawa, can I use that? Say that?
You don't need that part.
Just
Just
like
start with
samples.
mo. Just start with mo.
Okay, so mo sanpo
散歩.
shimashita ka?
That's perfect. Yeah. もう散歩しましたか?
Gold star.
いえ、散歩していません。
Okay.
Nada.
Makes it.
What are you leaving out?
Nada.
Oh, まだ。
Yeah.
まだ散歩していません。
はい。 Yes, that, again, that makes the difference between I'm not taking a walk or I haven't taken a walk yet. And まだ散歩してません. Okay, どうぞ, ask Chanel a question of your choice in this format.
大変。
そうですね. Yeah, there's a good idea. She's looking at the vocab list to get some ideas of verbs.
Make it that easy.
He doesn't want
Think
to.
of something you want to say in English and then.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's difficult, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, it's harder to think of it in English and translate than it is to just come up with a word you know in Japanese and use it.
Mind of an English major, you try to find complicated words that you can't figure out what to say in
Right.
English.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm the opposite. I always think of English first and then Japanese. That's why I can't understand it. So. Definitely.
no, I'm not doing that.
Verbs from old chapters are fair game too.
Uh-oh. Trying to make it hard for me.
It's for what?
No. You should probably just come back to me, honestly. I
No,
haven't come
we're
up
not
with
doing
something.
passes.
I'm not passing.
No, I'm not skipping anybody, sorry. Just
Yeah,
say
waste-
take
close.
any
waste of
verb,
class
just
time then.
Just take a verb, any verb. You can do it.
Mm.
I came up with the sentence. Do you want me to give it to you in English?
もう選択して選択しますか
She, past tense, right?
しましたか
Yeah, しましたか?
しましたか
もう選択しました
いいえ、まだ洗濯していません。
はい、いいですね. Okay.
Do my laundry yet?
Yeah, did you do your
Okay.
laundry yet? No, not yet.
Okay.
いいですね. Okay, one more.
Let's see. Mo 運動してますの運動しましたか？
はい.
That was ask for exercise, right?
Yeah, did you exercise yet?
That was gonna be my question.
Well, she beat you to it.
いえ、まだ運動してません。
していません。
していません。
はい、していません. Okay.
Yeah.
いいですね. I feel like I want us to look at the other couple of grammar points before we take the quiz, so we can come back and do more of these after the quiz if you guys want to. I think this is a good exercise. But I want to make sure we talk about the other structures at least a little bit before we get into the quiz. So what about qualifying nouns with verbs and adjectives? And in some cases whole sentences, right? How was that? So for example, あそこで本を読んでいる学生はみちこさんです。
I don't think we had any homework that really went over
Okay.
that sentence structure, so I didn't really get practice for that.
Which structure?
Okay.
The page, the one at the page 86.
Qualifying nouns with verbs. Page 86
Yeah.
was that one.
The workbook?
Midori-san wa
Yeah.
kono
Lots of people dancing and the like.
Yeah, and
One's
the class
dancing,
activity.
pizza.
Let's see. Oh yeah, and then there were pair work activities that were doing that. So
Well, I mean, like, not saying, like, a person, but like the example they have there, あそこで本を読んでいる学生はみちこさんです. Like,
Yeah.
that we didn't really.
okay, so you feel like we need to practice that some more.
Definitely that
Okay.
one. But
So-
this too,
So for example, そこで立っている女の人はアリさんです。
立っている
You're saying you're a woman.
Standing.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
I said that the woman standing over there is Allie.
Okay.
Right? Okay?
Alright.
So that's an example of that structure, right?
Can I try one?
Okay. Goes up.
na hito. Hold on. あそこで女の人 I don't know how to say it.
Okay.
Wearing a red dress.
Yeah. Okay. あそこで赤いドレスを着ている女の人. That's the structure we're looking for. So basically what you're doing with this is you're creating a whole sentence that describes the subject of your sentence. Does that make sense?
Can you say that one more time?
So let me. Yikes! What did I just do?
I think you pulled the cable.
Actually, okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
I think you should like take the bottom or something.
Well, I have to unplug it every day, so
Okay.
I have to take it with me. So anyway, so an example would be like, そこで赤いドレスを着ている人は日本語の
着ている
先生です。
人は
Okay, that's an example, right?
Okay, so over there, red dress, being worn by the Japanese teacher. Where?
Okay, it's better to say the person
Okay.
who is over there wearing the red dress is a Japanese language teacher.
Okay.
Okay. So this whole structure, if you separate out this part, あそこで赤いドレスを着ている. Except for missing a person as a subject, that's pretty much that's pretty much a complete sentence, right? あそこで赤いドレスを着ている. Okay, and then that whole thing minus, because if you were going to make that a standalone sentence, you would probably put a subject in there. 先生はあそこで赤いドレスを着ています. Something like that, right?
Can we
So if putting a noun in here, putting a person in here would be weird when it's a clause. It would be needed for a full sentence, but because it's a clause and the whole clause is modifying that person, you don't need a person in this part of the sentence, the part that's in the parentheses, right? Okay.
Would you put ka or ne at the end? Would you, if you would want to say, is that like the...
Oh, okay. So あそこで赤いドレスを着ている人は日本語の先生ですか would be, is that the teacher who's over there wearing a red dress? Okay? So like if you don't know for sure, but you think that person over there wearing a red dress might be a Japanese teacher, then you could put ka on the end and turn it into a question. Hey, is that person over there wearing a red dress, is that the Japanese teacher you've been telling me about? Kind of thing. Or if you put ne, あそこで赤いドレスを着ている人は日本語の先生ですね. Then you're a little bit more sure of yourself, but you're still looking for confirmation. That person over there wearing the red dress, that's the Japanese teacher, right? Okay, so in one case, you have no idea of whether or not that person is actually a Japanese teacher, you're just asking. In the second case, with ne on the end, you're guessing that they probably are, but you're looking for confirmation before you go over and talk to them in Japanese and maybe make a fool out of yourself because it's a different person. Okay.
Okay, so with this work, そこで座っている人は学生です。
Hey, that works perfectly. So notice that asoko, you can change it out for soko, right? Soko de, and then suwatteiru. Yeah, so this whole phrase you can change it out for any verb phrase. Okay, so 座っている is
Sitting.
はい座っている sitting. Okay, so it doesn't always have to have an adjective, a noun,
You can just have the verb.
and a verb. It could just be そこで座っている人は日本語の先生です。はい。
On 214, according to this graph, it says you take the adjective or verb and then like that. It's describing the description, but the verb has to remain like its normal form, like how you find it. Then you put the noun, which is like you, since
Yeah.
there,
Well, it has to be a short form.
short form.
Yeah. When you say normal form, that's confusing because must
Sorry.
form is what you guys have been used to as a normal form, but that doesn't work here.
Okay, so short form.
Yeah, short form.
And then the noun, which says hito in the graph. So right
Yeah,
there.
人. It doesn't have to be 人. It could be 学生. It could be sensei if it's understood by everyone involved that that particular person you're pointing at is a teacher.
What about inu? Because like some people
Yeah,
dress
sure.
up, because some
Yeah,
people like dress
it
up a
doesn't-
dog.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a person. It doesn't have to be human. It could be any noun, basically. This spot here has to be a noun. But it could be, for example, この机にあるオレンジ色の本は私の本です。You know, that orange book that's on top of the desk over there is my book. You know, it can be a thing, it doesn't have to be a human. Okay? You know, it could be, you know, あの部屋に寝ている犬はジョニーさんの犬です。That dog that's sleeping in that room over there is Johnny's dog. You know, it could be a lot of different things.
Mine's a rescue Yorkie.
Okay, so that's the, yeah, to answer your question, yes, it could be a dog, it could be a cat, it could be a book, it could be just about anything.
What about a rock? You know, like
Sure.
you find a rock on the street and
Yeah, I mean, if you want to describe, you know, the rock that so-and-so is holding is the one that my son likes, you know.
because it looks like Abraham Lincoln.
Whatever, yeah. Yes, you can do stuff like that. Okay? So, do we want to do some more practice with those?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to know how to write. I want to know how to say that so I can.
Okay.
So I don't look like a fool
So-
writing it.
So, for example, if you were looking at 86 page in the workbooks, okay? Qualifying nouns with verbs.
Wait, what page?
86.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got, for example, Midori-san wa dono hito desu ka? So does everybody see Midori-san in the picture?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what's she doing?
ハンバーガーを食べる食べている
Okay, so since what she's doing is ハンバーガーを食べている, if you wanted to describe her as she's the one over there eating the hamburger, how would you put that sentence together? Do I have a volunteer or should I just keep going around the circle?
ハンバーガーを食べている人です。
Okay, if you wanted to put this more complete sentence together, あそこで
あそこで
ハン
ハ
バー
ンバーガーを食べている人はみどりさんです。
はい、exactly what I was looking for. Perfect, okay? あそこでハンバーガーを食べている人はみどりさんです。Okay? If you wanted to say something different about her, you could do something else. For example, あそこでハンバーガーを食べてスカートを履いている人はみどりさんです。But she's also wearing a skirt, right? So you could even use that tet form to connect more than one verb phrase if you wanted. And then ending that part of the phrase with the teiru. and then saying that that's who that is. Did everyone see how I did that? Okay. So, Kenichi-san wa dono hito desu ka? Who wants to take on Kenichi-san? Right, so that's on.
あそこでコーヒーを飲んでいる人はケンイチです。
はい。
ケンイチさんです。
はい。いいですね。じゃあ、セス君、3番。ともこさんはどの人ですか？
How do you say cut? Or
Kiru.
do you use that for that particular?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
pizza?
kiru. Kirimasu.
Yeah, for the
Kiru.
pizza.
Yeah, cutting the pizza.
Kiteiruru.
はい。で、
あそこでピザを着ている人
切って
つて
いや、小さいつ。
着
小さいつ。
ている人はともこさんです。
はい。It's a very important pronunciation distinction. 切っている she's cutting the pizza. 着ている she's wearing the pizza. Like a dress.
She
And
may
she looks
be
fabulous with it,
Not-
with a cheese.
She may be about to do that. So
What? Yeah. Well,
Same.
it's not what's happening in the picture, so.
Hey, but when you think about it, it may look good on her, and the smell might be amazing.
Right. Okay, Ari-san, 4番やってください。シンジさんはどの人ですか？
歌さんね。
いや、歌。はい。
あそこで歌を歌って
歌って
ている人はしんじさんです。
はい、いいですね。じゃあ、5番。じゃあ、コーディさん、5番お願いします。エリカさんはどの人ですか？
それでケニチさんと話している人です。
はい。そこで、ケンさんと話している人は、エリカさんです。はい。Finish out that structure. いいですね。Okay. Does everybody feel like they understand a little bit better how that structure works?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's see. I want to make sure we also talk a little bit about the kata structure because that's the other one that's in this lesson. And then after the quiz, I want us to take time to do a little bit of all of these where, you know, we'll ad lib them a little bit more, not straight from the book necessarily. Okay, so kata. Does everybody remember the structure for kata that we learned previously?
Right.
Right. That's kata. So for example, 今夜たくさん勉強します。明日テストがありますから。Remember that? You remember that we also talked about the fact that you can reverse those sentences and put them in the opposite order. 明日テストがありますから、今夜たくさん勉強します。Oh, by the way, 今夜 is the same meaning basically as 今晩. Maybe you
Okay, I
guys
was
haven't-
like, what are you saying?
Yeah, you guys haven't had
今夜
Konya yet. Sorry.
今晩 tonight,
Konban is
okay.
tonight. Konya is also tonight. They're two different kanji, but they're the same basic.
Wait, konya. Konya's like a. Wait, what is konya?
Konya and konban are both tonight, this evening.
But how are they different yet the same?
Synonyms.
Okay.
The kon is the same. They're both the same kanji that means ima, but ya means night. It's the same kanji as yoru, and ban means evening. Yeah, ban is the same ban that's in ban gohan
Dinner.
for konban, yeah. And then ya is the one that's also yoru for nighttime. Okay, so anyway, okay, so they're giving you the the more traditional structure in this chapter, which is the one that has kara in the middle of the longer sentence instead of two chopped up sentences and kara at the end. Okay, so if we're looking at exercises in the book, for example,
88
88 page in the workbook. I won't do physical exercises because I am sick today. So how would you put that one together? I will not do physical exercises because I'm sick today.
今日は病気だからですから、運動しません。
はい、いいですね。今日病気ですから、or 病気だから、either one。運動しません。いいですね。
Can you use しません and だから in the same, but because it's casual and then like formal? Would it be better to say しはない?
You can use formal must forms for both. You can do casual in the middle of a sentence and still end it with must. You can do casual for both. It would sound odd to do must form in the middle and casual on the end.
Okay.
Generally speaking, if you're going to mix and match, the final ending of the sentence is going to be more formal of the two, if there's going to be a difference between them.
Is that considered casual if you put that?
It's sort of intermediate.
Okay.
If you're doing formal, that's more formal sounding. If you're doing all casual, that's more casual, obviously. If you're doing formal at the end but casual in the middle, that's an intermediate step.
Okay.
Okay, so 病気だから運動しません is a little bit more casual sounding than 今日病気ですから運動しません Okay, and 今日病気だから運動しない would be very casual. じゃあジョンソンさん
Oh, me? Oh.
2番やってみますか。
雨が降っているから今日は散歩しています。散歩します。
はい、散歩しません。いいですね。じゃあ
Question.
はい。
Instead of saying ている, can you say ていますから?
Yeah, again, 今日雨が降っていますから散歩しません works.
Okay.
Yeah, that rule is going to be consistent throughout. You
Okay.
can do formal in both places, and you can do casual in both places, and you can do casual in the middle of the sentence and formal for the ending.
Okay.
Any of those three will work for pretty much any of these structures.
Okay.
Okay? Anytime this particular structure, that any of those three options will work with
Okay.
kara. Okay? Okay, じゃあ3番、天野さん。
踊ってのが
お Try again, 踊れ
踊って
No. To be good at something. 踊る Yeah, 踊る
No.
踊るのが上手です
はい
上手から
上手ですから or 上手だからはい踊るのが上手だから
まさこさんは人気しています
なしています What's the verb with 人気人気が
Popular.
Yeah, but what's the verb?
ある
人気が
あるあり
ある
ません。
人気があります人気があります
あります。
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you say 本当に for
Sure,
very?
本当
Okay.
に人気があります or
Okay.
とても人気があります
Okay. Is it 本当に or 本当に本当に
本当
The you.
本当
Okay.
本当 Yeah,
Isn't that how you
the
say-
hon in honto is the same hon that's in book.
Oh, so it's no you, it's just a
Yeah,
hon, okay.
hon, and then to has the u in it,
Wait, isn't honto meaning really or
Yeah.
truth? Okay, so
really. So really, in the emphasis sense, words in the sense were very popular. Honto ni ninki ga aru.
but the kanji is different, right? Like
Different from what?
like
The
the
book.
home part.
The hon part is hon.
Really?
Yeah.
Same?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, moto.
Why is that?
Because the original meaning of hon is origin, not book.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so.
Because everything came from a book.
人気がある works. Okay, so 踊るのが上手だから踊るのが上手ですからマスコさんはとても人気がある or とても人気があります、ね、いいですね。じゃあマイケルさん4番お願いします。
Okay, let's try it. Okay. 私は友達がいませんでした。Okay, let me say it.
Yeah,
first.
いませんでした。
Yeah, I was just saying it's so broken up. 私は友達がいませんでしたから寂しかったです。
はい、いいですね。上手です。はい。違う、友達がいませんでしたから、or いなかったから、とても寂しかったです。
I put the verb あるなかったから so it's gonna be
いなかった because 友達がいる because they're human, they're animate,
okay.
as opposed to ある for things like books. If you're saying that you
Okay.
didn't have any books, 本がなかった right? But 友達がいなかった or いませんでした。
Okay.
Make sense? Okay.
友達
We're gonna run out of time to take this quiz if we don't do it soon, so.
Yeah, so let's just now I think we gone over now? Yeah.
I can really see now why with this method of doing a lot of drilling,
Very
having
important.
quizzes kind of interferes with having enough time to drill.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe